This is Christine Brown, and while I have to listen to this podcast as my motherly duty, you have the choice not to. My sons sometimes say some naughty things when they're trying to be funny, but really, they're just being stupid. If you still want to listen, go right ahead. I am not your mother.
Welcome back to the Patriots Dynasty Podcast, the podcast where we're going back and rewatching every game of the Patriots Dynasty starting in 2001. I'm your host, Andy Brown. With me today, surprise both brothers, Steve and Greg. Greg, we knew was going to be here. Steve was a last-minute decision, a game-time decision, if you will. Been traveling the world. Steve, how's it going?
You know, I just like Troy Brown, just whatever you guys ask of me, I'll gut it out and make it happen.
Well, unlike the Patriots defensive backfield in this game, Steve actually showed up, so thanks for that. And we have Greg back. You haven't heard Greg in a while, kind of like Corey Dillon in this game. Haven't seen him in a few weeks, but he's back too. How you doing, G?
That's right. Good. Summer Greg, you know? He's a
Summer
busy
Greg.
man.
Yeah.
He's out partying, living large.
Oh, yeah? So what you been doing, really?
You know, nothing.
Work. Yeah.
Not even. There's a lot of YouTube. Scrolling, you know, social media, Reddit for hours on end until I feel actually pain in my body. Yeah.
So the usual. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Usual.
All right. So this week we're talking about 2004, week 9. Patriots headed to St. Louis, Missouri. Missouri? Yeah, that feels right. St. Louis, Missouri, to take on the St. Louis at the time Rams, who are now the LA Rams. This is the rematch of Super Bowl 36. These two teams haven't seen each other since then, when the Patriots beat the Rams in that game. A lot of stuff is the same. Same head coach, Mike Martz. Same offensive weapons. Isaac Bruce. Who else is on that? Torrey Holtz, Marshall Falk. But there's some new things. I didn't see Ricky Prohl show up. I don't think he may have been on the team, but if he was, huh?
He was on the Panthers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was on the Panthers in 2003. Yeah. But there were some new names that we saw. Quarterback is no longer a grocery bagger. It is now Mark Bulger, who coming into this game was the winningest quarterback by win percentage, who had started at least 10 games. I don't think that held up, but we may need to stat check that.
I was pissed about that when I saw that Kurt Warner wasn't starting, that they just threw him on the trash heap.
They did, yeah.
2 years ago, he's starting the Super Bowl for him, winning MVPs.
Yeah, for like the greatest show on turf, the best offense the NFL has ever seen.
Yeah.
I think he suffered some injuries, though. And he
did.
Struggled a bit because of it.
So apparently, he like missed a bunch of games after the Super Bowl season against the Pats. He missed a bunch of games and like only played 7 games. And the next year, he only played 1 game and he fumbled 6 times.
6 times? Holy crap.
I guess he had a broken thumb, so he couldn't hold the ball. But then at that point, like, dude, just get off the field. If you
exactly.
can't hold the ball,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
After the first 3, you got to realize something's not right, and this isn't going to go well. And also, Steve, I'm glad you're here because this is, I think it may have been your favorite player for a while, Steven Jackson. Is that right?
No, just because his name is the same as mine doesn't mean.
No, I really thought you were a huge Steven Jackson fan. No?
No.
All right. Well, fuck it.
Who's a big Steven
Then you can
Jackson
leave.
fan?
He didn't even spell the same.
Yeah, he spells with a V. What an asshole. It's like Greg with 2 G's.
Double G Greg's the worst.
Yeah.
Just like
Greg Berhalter. Now I'm pissed at Greg Berhalter too.
But who's the guy that used to write for you, or maybe still does write for ESPN? He was like a super pedantic prick.
Yeah. I swear to God, every Greg with 3 G's in it is just a dickhead.
Yeah. I didn't even think that there's 3 G's.
Who was the coach in the Bills for a while too? Greg
Williams.
Greg Williams,
Greg Williams,
that's a double J.
Fame.
Yeah. And the U.S. men's national team coach right now that's like shitting his pants every game playing like Trinidad and Tobago. He's a triple G too.
Triple G, Jesus. Fucking
Well,
yeah.
two at the
I
end,
see what
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
His nickname is Triple G.
Triple G.
So everyone on Reddit calls him because they hate him so much.
That feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other player who is still the same but a little bit different in this game is Grant Williams, the offensive lineman who started in that Super Bowl on the offensive line for the Patriots, but is now starting for the Rams. And that's also good for the Patriots because he was fucking terrible in this game. He gave up a handful of sacks. So good for him. And also, I think we've already talked. I think we did like a bit of a deep dive last time during the Super Bowl about Leonard Little and how much of a scumbag he was. But he's an easy dude to dislike. So I just wanted that out there. Let's fuck that guy.
Also, the Rams are 2.5-point favorites coming into this game, which I found quite shocking.
Right?
And I guess you get the 3 points for being at home.
Yeah,
So
Patriots are coming off a 20 whatever game win streak against the 4-3 Rams. It's like, geez.
They're 4-3.
People must have been flying on Mark Bulger. I feel like I remember Mark Bulger being like the hot ticket. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark Bulger, 15-1 at home in his career coming into this game. So he doesn't lose at home. Yeah. That didn't last. I don't think any of these stats lasted. Do you have his numbers like career wise? My guess is he didn't win a ton of games down the stretch. But while you're looking that up, we'll talk about the Patriots coming in this game. Last week, Steve, I think, may still be angry at me for continuing to talk about it because that was a bad game.
That was a bad episode.
Got their doors blown off by the Steelers.
Wait, why was it a bad episode?
Andy wouldn't stop talking about the Steelers.
Steven does like to talk about losses, which I think we had all forgotten because we haven't had one in 20-something episodes. And I had other stuff I wanted to talk about because I actually watched the game. And
you weren't there, Greg, to go on just stupid tangents and fill a bunch of time with a bunch of useless shit. So all Andy talked about was the Steelers and how awesome.
Oh, the worst, dude. The worst.
And he just wouldn't shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate rendition of what happened last time.
His stat check, Mark Bulger. He 2007 he went 2-10, 2008 2-13, 2009 1-7. So yeah, I think the wheels came off a little bit there at the end.
Sure sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Oops. But coming into this, he was hot. So maybe it was the Patriots just rattled him, or maybe they showed I don't know, because he had won a bunch of games coming into this. But and the Patriots got their doors blown off in Pittsburgh last week. And came into this game with literally no defensive backs. Huh?
Halloween, right?
Yes.
Did you guys dress up? You should have dressed up for the Halloween game.
I dressed up.
Maybe a little spooky costume.
The game was spooky enough.
Steve, what's your Halloween costume this year going to be?
I'm going to be in Arizona for Halloween, so I'm not going to have a costume.
He's going to be a cardinal. He's going to be a cactus. Paint yourself green.
Dude, that's a good one, Andy.
And just walk around with your arms up in like goalposts. I'm a cactus. Yeah.
A little cacti.
Just shave your head if you want to go all in.
You can just tell people to shut up and get away from me. You can just be
exactly. Yeah, just be a complete dick to people.
Be a prick.
Yeah.
That's good. I might steal that.
A lot of green paint.
No, Greg, you can be Greg Berhalter.
It's the same thing, right? Prickly. Greg Williams, even. But speaking of prickly, this defensive backfield for the Patriots, super prickly because there was nobody there.
How did we get here?
So Ty Law hurt himself last game. Remember, Steve?
That was his last snap.
Liver.
Right, and that's when the wheels fell off for the.
Imagine that.
Right, but I think Steve's honest. That may have been his last snap as a Patriot.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was.
That's
it was
tough way to go out. And then Tyrone Poole also, I think, got injured. I don't know if it was during that game or during the practice up to this, but he didn't start at all. And then on literally the second defensive play from scrimmage, Asante Samuel tried to tackle someone, and that's all he needed to do. tried to tackle the tight end and I think separated his shoulder or something like that. So he was out, which meant your defensive backs were Dexter Reed and Earthwind Moreland.
Oh,
Dude,
which all-time name team.
Yeah.
I think
Dude,
easy.
Herman, have a nickname for him?
I mean, it's gonna be Earth, Wind, and Fire, right?
Well, do you know how he got his name?
No.
It's got to be Earth, Wind, and Fire, right?
Yeah, obviously, Steve. You fucking idiot. What do you mean?
I thought you were gonna go down a 16-minute rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
so did I.
Research this guy and give us his whole backstory.
No, his name's Earthwind. Obviously, his mom's favorite band was Earth, Wind, and Fire. Come on, dumbass.
No, you don't know that for sure.
Yeah, it could have been his dad's favorite band.
Seriously, it was on his Wikipedia.
I mean, that's got to be like the first line of Wikipedia, right? Is why the fuck is he named Earthwind?
Mm.
I mean, that's a pretty badass name, though.
Earthwind Moreland is just
Right.
It's a fucking fire name in itself. You
It
know?
is. It really is.
That's why they didn't put the fire in there. Is because
Because
his
he
name
didn't.
was so fire.
Hey, it could be his middle name. You never know.
Yeah.
His middle name might just be Fuego.
No, I looked into that.
What is his name?
I don't know, but it starts with a C. Earthwind C.
Cornelius.
Moreland.
It's got to be something badass.
Chad. It's just something.
Chadwick.
Yeah.
So yeah, him and Dexter Reed and Randall Gay, I believe it was, are your three defensive backs, which means actually that's two defensive backs, two cornerbacks, and a safety with your boy Greg Brown.
Wilson.
Yeah,
Eugene Wilson.
So they needed a slot corner to play in the nickel because the Rams like to run three wide receiver sets a lot. And so this is a sneaky good game because this is the first ever appearance of two-way player, wide receiver, and cornerback Troy Brown.
Whoa. He's a three-way player. Wide receiver,
Yeah.
cornerback, punt returner, kick returner, everything.
That's true. All right, four-way play. He lined up a quarterback once too.
Running back.
Throw it all in.
Kicker,
Yeah, he's taking some.
punter.
Gunner. He's definitely a gunner at some point.
He must have been, yeah.
Punt block / pitch to other guy in the AFC
Field goal
champion-
block thing.
Yeah, whatever the hell that play was.
So I think, while obviously the AFC Championship game in 01 was his like peak Troy Brown moment, this may be like number 2 peak Troy Brown because
Yeah.
because here's his stat line in this game, right? A couple.
I have a counter argument. Go ahead.
All right, a couple catches, one for a touchdown, not off of Tom Brady, and played. He wasn't actually punt returning in this game because obviously he had other shit to do, but he also was in coverage for like half the game, and actually had a pass breakup that probably would have been an interception if the ball wasn't tipped at the line of scrimmage. So pass breakups, and I think he may have actually been in on one of the tackles. I don't know if he got credit for it or not, but he was definitely in the vicinity.
He has 3 tackles.
3 tackles?
3.
Ha! See, there you go. So, and he's covering the likes of Isaac Bruce and fucking not Ricky Prohl. Who am I thinking of? Torrey Holt. I forget his name every time. Torrey Holt. So it's not like he's covering scrubs either. He's he did get turned around once, but that's okay. And he had a pass interference call on him, which I will say right now, absolute bullshit. It was back in the time of the league where they were doing like face guarding that they don't call anymore. And he didn't even touch the guy, but like jumped in front of him and didn't turn his head enough. You know, one of those bullshit calls.
So you're
But it was
saying
great.
it was
So 2 pass breakups, 1 on the stat sheet.
It kind of makes sense to me though, because it's like, how much of playing cornerback is like X's and O's? I can't imagine it's that much, right?
I think having watched him, the only time he got confused is when he had to play zone.
Yeah, that makes
Because that's tough. But if you just line up
Yeah.
man to man, I think a lot of the
Yeah.
wide receiver stuff translates because he knows what the guy in front of him is trying to do.
And it's
Yeah.
like just be quick, quick feet, get your head turned around at the right time, like
Yeah.
technique stuff more so than like, know your zone or like,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to know coverage things. Yeah. You got to know how to pass off the guys or whatever. So it got me thinking, obviously we know Edelman played in a similar situation Is there anybody on today's team that you think could do the same thing?
Gunner.
Yeah, I think punt returners in general. Who?
It's funny because I was like, I wonder if this has been done more often. I looked it up and there was a Reddit thread of someone asking that question.
Yeah.
And it was back when Nelson Aguilar was on the Eagles. And he goes, Nelson Aguilar plays defensive back right now. He's like, he's knocked down more passes than I can count.
Shit. I mean, that's a timely throwback right there, considering that we just watched the Cowboys game and him throw a pass to the ground in overtime.
Awesome.
That he probably, if he had caught it, would have gone for the distance.
Such a Phillies fan joke to make, though. I love that whole like making fun of Aguilar bit they do.
It's so good. Oh my god.
So, can you think of anybody else that's done it in the past?
Two-way.
In like recent history, because obviously, like, the wicked old school guys.
I know we saw Terrell Buckley line up as wide receiver. I'm going to guess Deion Sanders probably did as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have a list?
Yeah. I mean, just from that Reddit thread, it's not like I couldn't find anything like solid, but
right. Do you have any hints that you can give us?
I mean, the thing that jumped out to me is there's not a lot of people going from receiver to defensive back.
It's the other way around.
It's the other way around, which I think is just like, we have this really talented athletic guy. Let's try and get him involved on the
like
offense.
a Devin Hester type of
Devin
thing.
Hester,
just get him the goddamn ball.
Yeah. So there was one guy that led me down a little rabbit hole here. Have you heard the name Mike Furry?
No.
Yes.
No.
I don't know why. I recognize
vaguely. Yeah.
Vaguely,
so
yeah.
Mike Furry. Listen to this guy's story.
Uh-oh.
He's like a white guy that's the same size and height as me. 6'170". He's like a all state in high school. He sets all these high school records. He walks on at Ohio State, but he's sitting behind Terry Glenn and Eddie George there. So he can't get any playing time. So he transfers to UNI, Northern Iowa.
Okay.
I think he might have played with Kurt Warner if the years line up. No, he would have been after Kurt Warner.
Not, yeah.
But either way, he's a 3-time All-American at UNI. Undrafted, goes to the XFL.
Yeah.
XFL disbands, goes to the Arena League, sets a shitload of records in the Arena League.
Jesus.
Eventually gets picked up by St. Louis.
Okay.
And of course, it might be now.
2004-ish?
Yeah, 2004. I think he's on this team. So, but he doesn't. They don't want him to play wide receiver, which is what he was playing in college. So he's playing safety. So in 2005, he has 4 interceptions and 58 tackles playing free safety for the Rams. He gets traded to Detroit. And they have all these injuries on their wide receivers. So he switches sides. And the very next year, he catches 98 balls for 1,086 yards and 6 touchdowns.
I had him pictured as a pack. Yeah. Holy shit.
What a fucking legend, dude.
Yeah. Here he is, Mike Furry. 3 targets, 1 catch, 8 yards in 2004 with the Rams.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's all over the place. And then doesn't really do much anything after that, though. Like that 1 year was it.
But imagine how gratifying that year was for him to just be like, every coach that ever fucking doubted me can suck it.
1,000-yard receiver.
1,000-yard season, Davey.
Can't take that away from him.
You can't take
He's
that
got
away.
like what? Joey Harrington throwing on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2006. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
So shout out Mike Furry if you're out there listening. I'm a Mike Furry stan.
He's
played both ways. Good for him.
Yeah.
And you'll find him
also, imagine a guy my size playing in the NFL at safety.
The quarterback was John Kitna, actually. Thank you very much, Steve.
Nice.
Who actually threw for 4,000 yards that year. 21 touchdowns. Pretty good.
Caboodle.
22 interceptions. Not so good. Wow. But yeah, that's fucking bananas.
The paradox of Kitna right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was the Roy Williams years. Jesus. Okay. So any other notables that played both ways, Greg?
No, those are really the only names that jumped out. I mean, I tried to do a lot of searching on the internet, but that's all I really found.
All right. Well, if any listeners have any guys that we missed, let us know.
Two-way players. Yeah. Gino Cappelletti.
He did everything, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Some of those old school guys played like fucking every play of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Dick Buck has played like tight end and linebacker or some bullshit.
Yeah. Or like quarterback and free safety. And it's like, jeez.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, is that translate?
That guy.
I mean, that's also when they were playing part-time when they weren't doing their full-time job as, a plumber.
Yeah. Yeah. Smoking butts at halftime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm the only one to watch this game.
Sucker.
Sucks to be you.
No, but I was thinking that, Greg, your rating system, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you even remember what it is?
Yep.
All right. Give me the rundown again.
No, I don't remember it. I was hoping you would remember it.
I remember there's a name game. The games that have a name like the
like
the David Patton game or the Snowball. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then there was like the bottom was just like your normal was a loss, and then it was like your normal like regular season Jets game basically.
Yeah, slogging it. Hidden gems.
All right, so there was there hidden gems? I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Because I think this falls.
You wouldn't remember unless you actually looked it up again.
Yeah, I think this falls under the hidden gems one.
Yeah,
it's one of those ones where like you don't remember it all, but it's worth going back and rewatching because there was some great shit that happened. And we're not going to go too deep into it just because, again, I'm the one that watched this.
Well, I have a quote from Bill Belichick to that point.
Okay,
he said, "Probably as complete a victory as I've ever been around."
Wow. Okay.
That's rich.
That's kind of surprising to hear from him.
Defense, special teams, and offense, baby.
Yeah, I mean the defense at the end of the first half got a strip sack of Bulger that they turned into a field goal at the end of the half.
Yeah, 5 sacks, right?
Put them up 19-15. Yep. Had a bunch of sacks on this. I think it was supposed to be a pretty good offense still. Even though there's no Kurt Warner, it's not the greatest show on turf. Like there's still weapons, and they held them to 22 points. Pats won 40-22, by the way.
6th in the NFL.
Yeah,
in yards.
Exactly. So this team could move the ball, and they did kind of move the ball. They just couldn't finish drives, basically. And that was also with Troy Brown at defensive back, so that probably added something to it. But yeah, there was a lot of pressure. I mean. I think at least one or two of the sacks were on 3-man rushes. It was like one of those.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty defensively overwhelming. And then you had Adam Vinatieri, who probably gets the game ball in this, I would think. At least shares it with Troy Brown because he went 4 for 4 on field goals, and none of them were gimmies. They were like 40-plus yarders. And he also had a touchdown pass, which...
Yeah, you want to describe that play?
Yeah, probably play of the game.
Play.
I'm a little surprised we haven't seen it since.
I didn't even know he had a touchdown pass.
He does, and it's right here.
Did you see the play, Stevie?
I did watch the highlight on the website, yes.
Kind of cool, huh?
It's not, it's actually a pretty impressive play. The CBS coverage of it leaves a lot to be desired, which I will rant on in a second, but let's talk about the play first. Basically, they send it's trying to kick a field goal from the 5-yard line. They've already kicked 4 at this point. And this is their first drive of the third quarter. So they're up like 19-14 at this point. And they drive down to the 5 pretty easily, but then stall because they've been struggling to get the ball in the end zone at the end. And so they send the kicking unit out. Troy Brown is part of that, goes inside the numbers, which is all you have to do, which I think we've actually seen this season. Like the Patriots have got it. Yeah, the Patriots have got penalties called on them because the wide receiver like goes onto the field but doesn't go. You have to go like from the sideline on the inside of the numbers, and then you can line up wherever you want. So he did that. went to the numbers, turned around and started like walking off the field as if he wasn't going to be on the field. But then just stood like on the field, but at the sideline. And so the Patriots lined up for the field goal, but snapped the ball directly to Adam Vinatieri, like right to his hands. They turned and threw I think it was a perfect spiral right to Troy Brown, obviously wide open, uncovered, who just literally walked into the end zone backwards.
Took the old hidden ball trick.
Yeah, it was perfect.
The old hidden Troy trick.
People have never seen that play elsewhere, like ever again.
No, that's definitely happened before.
Yeah, I'm sure it has, but it's uncommon. But I am surprised we haven't seen that.
The punt team too. If they don't have anybody marking the gunner, I've seen that a couple times this year.
Yeah.
You see that play by Hunter Renfrow?
Yes.
So they do that. So Oakland's they're punting to Oakland, and Renfro's the returner.
Yeah.
And there's no one marking the gunner, so they just snap it and throw it to the gunner. Renfro recognized it like before it got snapped and starts sprinting down the field and just fucking unloads on their gunner, like right at the marker.
Yeah, and pops the ball loose and it's incomplete. It was perfect.
I think about baseball. Did he catch it? I was like,
I thought he dropped it. But
well, either way, it was a turnover on downs, and it was a fucking amazing play by Renfro.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, from the punt returner position was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But I have seen that work a few times. I think it was like last year. It was one team, Panthers or someone, just some random NFC team, like tried it a couple times, like more than once in a season. But we haven't seen it really on the field goal, not like that.
Yeah, especially now with Belichick, Mr. Conservative now.
I guess so. Yeah, something's changed, but what are you gonna do?
Let's loop back around to that because I have some thoughts.
All right. Yeah, let me rant about CBS being fucking garbage.
Commentators are pretty good in this game, Andy.
Commentators are fine. Commentators, I actually didn't have a problem with. And I know
Steve just says that to start a rant because
I know. I recognize that completely. But I'm not gonna let him down, am I? I'm a good brother. So I know that he hasn't watched the game.
He's a good brother. Why the hell did we talk about the Steelers like 45 minutes last time, Andy?
Because I'm still your brother. It's because I'm a good brother doesn't mean I can't give you shit every once in a while.
Yeah,
that's not what good brothers do.
Yes, it is. How would you know?
I would never do that to you, Steve.
Yeah, see, that's how I know because Greg is such a good brother.
Yeah. That's not what I've heard.
Jeez, keep it down.
CBS, and I still feel they're kind of like this. I think they're the worst of the channels that air football games. Like Fox is fine.
Yeah, Mom would like to have a word with you about that, the old dancing robot on Fox.
Well, that's true, yeah. But just from like a presentation standpoint, like they don't miss it. They're never egregious. And I feel like CBS always tries to get like fancy with something and they just like miss the actual like what's going on. Like in this game, they actually missed a kickoff. Like they didn't come back from commercial in time.
Yeah.
And so the announcers had to tell you what happened, like why the Patriots all of a sudden had the ball in the 35. And apparently it was a play that, Patrick Pass fumbled the kick return, but still like recovered and managed to like do something really impressive and get to the 35. It's like, well, cool. And then even on this play, like they're zoomed in on Adam Vinatieri's face as he's lining up the field goal. So you miss like 3/4 of the actual play live. And then they don't show a replay of it.
Oh, it's live sports, Andy. You got to cut them a break. No?
Yeah, but it's like the other channels don't have these issues, I feel like.
Yes, they do.
I feel like CBS is the one that's the most egregious. They're all they don't miss plays. They don't have these awful camera angles. And it's always CBS where I'm like trying to pull the highlight. I'm just like, I can't get an actual highlight of this play because you haven't shown it correctly.
Ugh.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
CBS, dude.
Fuck them. What does that stand for, Greg?
More like crappy broadcast system, right?
Oh, thanks for that. See, that's being a good brother.
Yeah.
Take notes, Steve.
Certified butthole suckers. I
don't know.
Very naughty.
Very naughty. I don't know. They're all the same to me. I honestly I know they're different, but I
if anything,
CBS NFL production is like Yeah.
If anything, Fox is the worst because they have the worst announcers.
Yeah. I would say the one.
I watch the game on mute now, anyways. So
Joe Buck and Aikman they've been around for too long for me.
Unless it's Tony Romo, I watch the game on mute. I don't care.
Gus Johnson.
Gus Johnson's all right, but he
Gus Johnson.
Does he still do football?
Rules. Yeah, he every now and then. I think he does some Fox stuff.
Yeah, he's great. I love him.
Mm-hmm. And he's the best for if you're watching a highlight package, because he goes crazy when there's crazy plays.
Yeah.
So if the highlight package is just crazy plays, it's like 4 minutes of Gus Johnson just losing his mind.
It's a fucking hype video. It's amazing.
So awesome.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna? Did you want to? Did you have a rant, Greg? It felt like you were brewing something.
Oh, that was more about Bill Belichick in 2021. And what a beta cuck soy boy he is.
Wait, can we talk about how bad the referees were in this game first, though?
Oh, yeah. Good point, Steve.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Dude, how about that call in the third quarter, Andy?
Oh, God. They totally missed it. And then when they tried to show the replay, they missed the replay of it, too.
Yeah, they got the number wrong when they announced it, too. It was such bullshit.
Oh, how dare they?
No, this was who's the one with the guns?
Ed Hockley.
Yes, this is an Ed Hockley game. Dude loves to explain himself some calls.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But he also, in this game, loved to have a fucking coffee clutch about him, too. Like every call took coffee clutch.
What's that?
Where you just get together and gossip for a little while over a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Never heard it called that.
It's literally what it's called. You can Google it if you want.
It's funny. I was making a joke the other day to Kelly about your kitchen is all like in between being worked on, so it looks like a homeless person's shelter. And I was like, I just picture Andy in there like smoking his coffee crack pipe in the corner.
Just to get a hit, man.
Yeah.
Coffee has been a struggle, I will say that.
Yeah.
Don't think I haven't persevered though.
Gotta get fixed, bro.
Yeah, hey, coffee's important. Coffee is culinary, baby. I got the shirt to prove it. No, the referees were okay. There was one. They did take 3 minutes to go to Steve Brown's favorite rant to validate the challenge of a fumble. A literal 3 minutes, like I was doing the fast forward, and I made sure to check for Steve.
Dude, I'll say this: the replay this year in the NFL is so much better with that booth. Yeah,
because they have like a specific guy. Yeah, so it's like
if
super
it's obvious,
quick.
they just knock it out.
Yeah, that's beautiful,
dude.
The fact that it's taking this long is garbage.
I know.
Yeah, it's like
people have been talking about it for years.
For years.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, it's working like seamlessly because there was no downside to it.
And also like because they have the pylon cams now, and they set a new one on the first down marker. Have you noticed that?
Set a new one.
Yeah. So they've got an extra pylon that they put with the camera in it on the first down marker.
So that's for the camera.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you can actually have like if it's a close call and the guy's diving for the first down, you can actually have a camera angle of it, which I think Bill Belichick has been asking for probably since 2004 here. So
also asking for lasers over the goalposts as well.
Lasers over the goalposts.
That's genius.
Like tracking in the ball. Right?
Yeah.
Soccer is goal line technology. Why do we not have technology that shows if the ball crossed the plane?
I think because even if it does, you still have so many other variables. Like, is the knee down? And can you?
Yeah, I know, but you can stop it at a certain place and be like, at this time in the video, has the ball crossed the line?
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
The video changes color filter when the ball crosses the line. Boom. Problem solved, Andy.
That's fair. I don't disagree. I'm a proponent for technology. I'm just a little surprised you are.
Dude, have you seen the fucking tennis? They got that shit down to the millimeter.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, Greg, that's very expensive, and the NFL has no money.
Yeah.
That's right. Bill Belichick has talked about starting a bake sale to raise money for it. So maybe
Belichick
this year.
Humor there.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Grouchy dad humor. What about baseball? Should we get rid of umpires and just have strikes and balls called with a computer?
Yes.
Nah, I kind of like the baseball when they fuck around.
Yeah. Fucking Greg. Goddamn Luddite. Get rid of the offsides too. No replays on offsides.
No replays on offsides.
Yeah, that should.
I got a question. Someone asked me this last week, and I didn't know the answer. When is it a false start versus a? Sometimes you just like turn around and look at the quarterback.
Yeah.
Where's that line drawn?
I think once everybody is set for 1 second, like all the offensive players have to be set and not moving for 1 second before you can snap the ball. But you can move and jump around until then.
Okay.
But if everybody hasn't been set for a second,
does it have anything? This might be a silly question. Does it have anything to do with when the quarterback says set hut?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
No, he has to say
because he can literally say that as many times as he wants. Right, because they do that. Like they'll run to the line, say "sit hut," and then nothing will happen, and then they'll change the formation, right?
Yeah,
it'll go back to instead of being under center, they'll go to Peyton Manning's the all the goddamn time. Fucking pig, ruined Madden for me because all they would do is just make him change audible every play at the line for fucking 45 minutes. Took forever to get a game through. Anything else you want to complain about? The referees. I wasn't finished. Thanks for reminding me, Steve. Appreciate
it. Thank
God. No, there was one play where I don't think I've ever seen this before, but there was double offsetting penalties, which is a new one for me. There was offensive and defensive holding on the same play. Then after the play was over, there was offensive and defensive taunting. Both penalties offset, replay fourth down.
Whoa, don't get me started on taunting.
Are they 4 players or is it the 2 guys?
No, different players. The holdings were on 2 guys, and then the taunting was on 2 other people at the end of the play. Both offset, replay fourth down. That was on fourth down as well. Amazing. Edge of my seat, boys. Steve, anything you want to get off your chest?
No.
Okay, good.
I had another couple notes on our good friend Marshall Falk.
Yep.
He's a scrub now. Just quick update on Marshall Falk in 2004. He sucks.
He's not as good. 100%. Yeah. Well, that's why they drafted Steven Jackson, Steve's favorite player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy back in the day.
Whereas the Patriots trending in the opposite direction. The leading rusher in 2003 was Antoine Smith, who finished the season with 642 yards. Corey Dillon, halfway through this game, 676 yards. And we are on week 9.
So
good stat, Andy.
Yeah. So I think I think Corey Dillon will finish with more rushing yards this season in 2004 than Antoine Smith did in 2003.
You want to hear my stat of the week?
I do.
So I was looking into that Marshall Falk thing, and the whole running back cliff at 30 thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was looking into that.
Is that how old he is in this season?
Yeah, I think he's right about there. He's like 29, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So the cliff actually more strongly correlates to 29 than it does 30.
Okay.
Which is interesting. And there's a bunch of cool, if you're into statistics and stuff, there's a bunch of cool articles out there in the internet you can look up. It didn't really translate well into an audio medium.
No shit.
But
tell me the R value, Greg.
Yeah, exactly. So the one stat I did get out of it I thought was interesting. So I was like, I'll look and see this current season of NFL rushing leaders. How many of those guys are either 29 years or older?
Yeah.
So I looked up the list of the top 100, and there are 9 running backs in the top 100 that are 29 years or older.
Jesus.
And there's also 9 quarterbacks in the top 100 that are 29 years or older.
Tom Brady? Is he on that list?
I don't believe Tom.
He's not top 100 rusher?
Yeah.
He's got some rushing yards.
Yeah. So there's as many 29-year-old quarterbacks rushing out there as there are running backs, which I think pretty much kind of proves the point.
Yeah, I think so.
Which running back has pulled a Tom Brady where he runs really well for 40 years old?
Obviously Frank Gore is the standard bearer
poster
for that.
boy. Yeah.
Mark Ingram is the the highest rushing yards for a.
How old is he?
30?
30? Yeah.
Maybe even older.
Yeah, we just saw him on the.
But he's
Texans,
20.
right?
He's 26 in the NFL in yards. So I mean, it's not like he's like lighting the world on fire.
No, but
he's also always split time too with Kamara and.
Yeah, that's true.
Cordarrelle Patterson was in there.
He's technically a running back now, isn't he?
Running back. David Johnson, Latavius Murray, Raheem Mostert. Like these are all scrubs, Jesus. Really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way: they're free agents in your fantasy league.
So maybe not in mine, but yes. How old is Derrick Henry?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like he might buck that trend too. Yeah. Because Derrick Henry is he's just so big that like I feel like so he's probably getting close.
So keep this in mind for fantasy drafting, though.
2 years from now,
yeah. Derrick Henry's if he follows the trends, he's going to fall off.
So what we'll do is we'll isolate you saying this, right?
Yeah,
and I'll cut this.
We'll give it the old Steve treatment, the Ryan Tannehill, fucking Josh Allen.
Yeah,
weekly updates.
I mean, Tannehill's cooled off.
Tannehill, yeah, but Josh Allen.
Josh Allen less so.
Tough take on that one. He's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, well, if he can convert any more fourth downs, he will. All right, let's see. Speaking of football, you want to do best and worst in this game?
Sure.
Steve, you want to go first?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, so I don't know if I have a best or the best is Troy Brown.
Okay.
The worst is Greg Little with 2 G's.
Leonard Little.
3 G's.
Greg Little. What is Greg Little? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Leonard Little, Greg Little, same thing.
Well, if you hadn't realized it, Steve's pulling this out of his ass.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. I figured you just open up my show notes and just fucking pull something from there, but no, he's just fucking winging it. I love it.
Nobody reads those things.
Love it. Greg reads them. He definitely reads them.
That's right.
Because otherwise he wouldn't have said anything about the Rams being favored by 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I highlight shit that I know.
Oh no, I didn't read them. That was from Wikipedia.
the 2.5? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
I don't believe you.
Andy,
I'm taking credit for it.
The trick is to put some wild boy shit in those notes to see if people bring it up during the.
I probably should, shouldn't I?
Because that's what I do at work when like they're like, "Hey, can you write up the meeting minutes from this meeting?" And I know not a single fucking person's reading the meeting minutes. I'll put some wild boy shit right at the end.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean by wild boy shit?
I don't know. Just be like, so and so said something ridiculous, and just see if they like acknowledge that.
There's a 20-minute argument about whether a hippo would kill a rhinoceros or vice versa.
Yeah. Or be like, oh, this person said that they would take the rest of the project and do all the work for us. You know, not like fired wild boy shit, but just like. You know, like something that if someone's reading it would be like, what the hell?
I see that with my work email footers. You know, where it was like, oh, this is private property, and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I think I had something where something along the lines of, if you read this email, you it is assumed that you are agreeing to pay the sender of this email like $2.5 billion or something like that. Never saw any money.
Classic prank right there, Andy.
Bit of a shame.
Got him.
Or like when they put quotes in there or like have a picture of a horse, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna like this person.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, you want to do your best and worst?
Sure. My best was Vinatieri, 4 for 4 and a touchdown pass.
Yeah, game ball.
Game ball. My worst was John Gruden.
Now or in 2004? Or just generally?
Just, in general.
Okay.
I don't know. I love it.
I think it was over multiple years.
I'm sure it was. Yeah, it was probably happening at this point, so that's fair.
Although, clueless anti-football pussy is the best.
That's what I'm saying. I use that all the time.
That I must have said that like 15 times since I read it the first time.
That should probably be at the bottom of your next
Dude, yeah.
your next meeting notes.
Yeah.
Dude, we should change the description of our podcast to a bunch of clueless anti-football pussies.
Don't tell me, Greg. Don't tell me.
That's wild boy shit for your meeting notes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my my footer of my work email.
So what do you think there of those emails? Like, I want to read them so bad. The other 650,000.
I want to know what Anonymous is working on right now, because I feel like they should be like finding these emails and releasing them to the public.
Who do you think is like the craziest?
Dan Snyder.
Yeah, Dan Snyder. But that would be like, I'm thinking like the funniest, like Rex Ryan or like Andy Reid's emails. Imagine Andy Reid's emails. Like
all Andy Reid's emails is just forwarding people like barbecue recipes.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's all food.
Definitely the king of forwards.
Yeah.
He's actually just the caterer for the Chiefs. He's just organizing post-game meals and shit.
I just have the picture of him wearing that, like the face shield that was fogging up, and it's just like him thinking about food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Pete Carroll's if he's as corny an email. If they caught Pete Carroll being like an asshole, I'd be so fucking pumped.
Yeah. Well, isn't he like he's a conspiracy theorist, isn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that there was talk about him being a conspiracy theorist, like a 9/11 truther and all sorts of bullshit.
Ooh, I just watched Loose Change.
Did you
remember that? Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I'm reading a book about 9/11, and I was like, I remember that Loose Change thing.
How was it?
It's pretty dramatic.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Is that an Alex Jones thing? Loose Change?
No.
Not InfoWars.
It was really well produced, though. Like, must have put some money into it, but it was clearly just like, let's throw a bunch of shit at the wall and see what sticks. Yep. They were like, here's unanswered question 1 through 65. That's the documentary.
Yep. Yeah, I listened to here's a shout out for a podcast called Knowledge Fight. And it's these two guys who listen to the Alex Jones show on InfoWars, and
Alex Jones is awesome,
and debunk all the stuff that he says. Just like point by point. It's like, actually, this is what he's like. They'll play the clip of what he says, and they'll be like, so all he did was read the headline, and this is what the actual article says, and here's how he's misappropriating it to get you to buy dick pills. So,
see that I know they're lying because Alex Jones can't read.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't.
Alex Jones is the man.
You're a bag Alex Jones guy, Greg?
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I agree. He's a national.
If that guy doesn't make you laugh,
he's also like
taking life too serious.
He's also like a super racist anti-Semite, but other than that, he's funny about it.
Ridiculous.
He is. Yeah, he's an absolute caricature of a person.
And like all those guys like court defenses are exactly how I feel. It's like, this dude's playing a character on TV. It's not a real person,
It's true, but then he goes on his show and like, uses that character. Yeah, it's a little brutal.
That was the only thing across the line for me. But the rest of the shit about like goblins and turning frogs, it's just fucking funny.
it's a little ridiculous.
Lizard people, right?
Lizard people.
Yeah,
yep.
Lizard
that's
people.
the thing. Globalists.
The globalists.
Yeah.
I just love when he gets so worked up and fucking goes real red.
Yeah.
Well, he just does that as a show though. Like he doesn't even he's not even really getting worked up apparently.
There's someone on YouTube that like animates his rants, and they're fucking so funny.
Oh, I would be about that.
I'll send a couple to him. They're wicked funny.
All right, I would definitely watch that. Oh goddamn! Speaking of Alex Jones and conspiracy theories, here's a conspiracy theory for you, Greg. How is it that the Patriots during this 2004 timeframe, how did they go 26 games without allowing an opening drive touchdown? And this was their 16th consecutive game scoring first. How is that even a possibility? There's definitely some home cooking going on there, right?
Good coaching.
But to score first in 16 consecutive games,
And they won the coin flip every single
even the game that they lost last week and they got blown out, they still scored first. How?
Good preparation. I don't know.
A loaded coin.
Script in the
Bro, I'm looking for goddamn conspiracy. Work me here, you little prick.
Okay.
I'm telling you, they wait one side of the coin before they give it to the ref.
Ooh, see, Steve's on the right path here.
We got a correlation with the coin flips there.
I don't know. I don't know who won, but even then, like the Patriots deferring. So how does that work?
They're bugging the locker room.
Oh, here you go. Yes, exactly. They're bugging the locker room, or they have, because you know how most teams will have a script for the first X amount of plays. Yeah. So the Patriots have found a way to get the opposing team's script, so they know what that first drive is going to be, and so they can stop it every time. Therefore, you don't allow an opening drive touchdown in the first 26 games. And because of that, you're able to score first because the other team doesn't have yours. Done.
Must be it.
Makes sense.
Alex Jones, here we come.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Nailed it.
So you have a best and worst, or?
Would you like to hear my best and worst? I can give you a few if you'd like.
Yeah, let me get your top.
Oh, here's 12. A good one. My worst. I'll start off with my worst.
Okay.
They talk coming back from halftime. They talk about Mike Martz, and all he wanted to talk about at halftime was the referees and how bad they were. It's fucking loser mentality. Some bullshit. Who the fuck complains about referees? Seriously.
Yeah.
What kind of loser would complain about referees?
That is very much a loser thing.
So that's definitely the worst. It's either that or the bullshit pass interference call that they called on Troy Brown. It wasn't pass interference. Because fuck those referees, right? And anybody who complains about them.
Mm-hmm.
My best. Let's take a look. Ribbit. Commentators.
Fucking professionalism, Andy.
Here you go. Here's one. While I was doing the gay frogs.
Disgusting beast over there.
It was the gay frogs. They were at the beginning of the game. They were talking about Corey Dillon running and the way he runs, and Dillon was battering the Rams defense, which I thought was nice.
Oh,
nice little wordplay, right? So shout out to, I don't know who it was, Chris Collinsworth, maybe Phil Sims. It doesn't fucking matter. That wasn't bad. And then the fact that they had to talk us through the Patrick pass kick return, since the broadcast fucking missed it.
Do you have any Randall Gay puns for us, Andy?
I don't. Something about frogs. Go with that.
Randall turning the frogs gay.
That's a Bermanism.
It is a good Bermanism.
Sometimes a naughty boy.
That's right. You tell him.
Did I ever tell that story on the podcast of at college with the kid on my team, Pac A?
No.
And we went to an away game.
It's a tough name.
Yeah, so there was like 10, 15, 20 kids that all showed up at one point in like while we were warming up, and they must have got a hold of our roster.
Oh no.
Because they're like walking over to the field and they're like, "Where's Gay?" It's like, "Raise your hand, Gay. We want to know who you are, Gay." And they just made gay jokes for like 90 straight minutes.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so fucking funny. Yeah.
That's brutal.
They're like 6 feet, 160 pounds of gay. Where is he? Some of the shit they're saying was even making him laugh.
I imagine he's probably heard it all. If your name is Pat Gay, you've heard every single one.
Yeah. And you went to middle school at any point in your life.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Especially in America. Yeah.
Just like we've been heard all the poop jokes.
Oh, yeah. I know all the brown ones. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Taking it down to Browntown, baby. The one thing we didn't talk about, Brady did throw a touchdown. He actually threw two, one to Bethel Johnson, other one to famed tight end and touchdown catcher Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, it was a nice catch.
Yeah,
great catch.
Yeah, it was like a falling down. It kind of reminded me of some of those Gronk catches in that back, like that fade to the back corner, and Gronk just kind of like grabs it and manages to hang on to it as he's falling down. Very similar.
Andy, can I use your professional journalism test here?
Uh-oh.
Remember Who Man?
I'm a fail.
The tight end?
Manawanui.
Yeah. Oh, Jeez, that was
Aced
wow, what a
it.
pro. Pro.
Is that what you were looking for? You wanted the
Yeah.
pronunciation? All right, yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Not bad. There was also in this game the linebacker who was actually pretty good. He led the team in tackles, and tackles for loss. Pisa Teno Isa Moia. I don't know how I did with that, but definitely an all-time name
good,
team.
yeah.
Pisa Tino Isa Moia.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah. And also the fullback Joey Goodspeed, which again, a perfectly named fullback because it ain't great speed, is it? It's good speed. 3 career carries, 6 yards, 1 touchdown, longest of 2. Good speed, not great speed.
What about their tight end? Eddie?
Who's their tight end?
Brandon.
I don't see it anywhere. Where is it? I don't know. You try it. Let me know. I'm not seeing it.
Brandon Manu Maliuna.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, I remember him.
Manu Maliuna.
Manu Maliuna. Yeah.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you nailed it. Pronunciation. We're okay at it on this. Where it's good speed. It's good pronunciation. Not great pronunciation.
We're a very international podcast around here. You know.
Are we huge in somewhere weird? Bulgaria or something?
Something like that. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Western
and then we were on the
Moldova.
Mexican charts for a while.
Oh.
I think that was thanks to
KBN.
it wasn't thanks to you. No.
No.
It was thanks to Pat's cap. I think it was for a little bit. All right. Anything else? Patriots. Oh, they had a goal line stand in garbage time from the 3. They held the Rams out of the end zone. Good for them.
Is that noteworthy?
I think so. This is defense.
Andy, let's break the third wall here.
Okay.
You know,
We never do that.
that one shouldn't make the cut.
Why not?
I don't know.
Like, this was what the Steelers game was like.
It's a garbage time. It's garbage time. It's still a goal line
40
stand.
minutes of stuff that shouldn't have
A
made
goal
the
line stand at 40-22. You know, it's like
Goal line stand is a goal line stand. I guess, especially against this offense, 6th ranked offense.
You're just prologuing our misery.
Yeah. What else you want to? Oh, there's one more thing, and this you actually probably will like.
Okay.
So Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, because he was the MVP, he won a Cadillac, and so he decided to donate it to his high school. What was his high school, Greg?
St. Mary's Vincent.
That is incorrect, but good for you.
East
San Mateo, something or other. Yeah.
San Mateo. Okay.
Something Sarah. Yeah, something like that. And so they are raffling off that car at TomBradyCar.com, which sadly no longer exists. But I think if it's available, we should buy TomBradyCar.com and redirect it to whatever we want to make it, because that is a great one.
So they were raffling it at this point?
Yeah. So they announced during this game that they were raffling the Tom Brady's car at TomBradyCar.com.
We should fucking buy TomBrady'sCock.com.
We should go buy that car.
And then just redirect it to a picture of my cock.
Or the picture of you with the inflatable.
Well, or that.
Yeah. The correct picture.
Let's see. Let's see if it's on the Wayback Machine. Oh, no.
That was going to be my
that.
Halloween costume this year. It was going to be the a Mac Jones version of the same thing.
Good idea.
Do you have a Mac Jones jersey?
No,
I didn't think so.
that was where it all fell apart.
Oh man, I found it. Hang on. Let me share my screen with you boys.
Make sure you ask if we can see it once it's up there.
I will do no such thing because I know you can, because you're not the Luddites. So this is wintombradyscar.com.
Wait, I can't see it.
Yeah, it's too small.
I don't care.
It's my pet peeve at work.
Zoom
Can you
in.
guys see my screen? Yeah, man.
And then everybody's on mute, so you don't hear anything. So it's like,
Yeah.
And then somebody finally unmutes. Yeah. So tickets $25 each, or 5 tickets for $100. Grand prize Tom Brady's Cadillac XLR. It's the pit photo above, not actual car, but the Cadillac XLR is the 2-seater roadster with convertible. That's nice. With the trunk autographed by Brady and other Super Bowl participants to ensure authenticity.
Ooh.
Although they actually said in the broadcast that it was under the hood is where the entire team had signed it. So maybe that gets updated later. There you go.
So
Junipero Serra High School. That's where he was.
So he gave it to his high school and they're raffling it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why he gave it to them. So
they were probably like, what the fuck am I going to do with this Cadillac?
If I'm the principal, like, oh, thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know how I'm going to work tomorrow.
$60,000 or something.
The school bus picks up one kid each.
Yeah. One kid at a time.
Yeah. The star quarterback doesn't drive with the rest of the team. He just goes in the caddy.
Well, they have had some big alumni from this high school because the same high school that Barry Bonds and Lynn Swan came from. So a bit of a pedigree there.
Same with Ty Law and Darrell Revis.
Oh, same high school. That's right.
Yeah, I think there was someone else famous too. Tony Dorsett, maybe
something like that. Yeah, I remember them. I feel like we talked about that a while
ago.
Find the VIN of that car so we can go buy it.
Find the what?
Find the VIN?
The VIN number of the car. We can go buy it.
Okay, let me just look that up real quick.
Spot the kid that worked at a dealership.
Yeah, no shit, right?
You can have Tom Brady's car. I think it's probably cheap now.
Yo, what's the VIN on that?
20 years old.
I doubt it's cheap. Okay, yeah. Can we get the VIN just to make sure this is legit, please?
I want to check the Carfax.
Well, they do have a phone number here that you can call, so I can give you that, Steve. Moya Goddard.
Let's call him on the air.
I was going to do it. I said, you should do it, Andy.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm too busy trying to see if I can buy TomBradyCar.com.
Did you look at TomBradyCock.com too for Greg?
I haven't yet, but that's next on the list.
And if they don't have that, just do cock and ball.
That one's probably taken already.
Oh, Tom Brady's car is available. Tom Brady car. Tom Brady car is available.
Perfect.
$9.48 for the year.
It's deep.
Actually, no, $5.98. It's on sale, boys. I feel like this might be serendipity. The URLs do, yeah. Use coupon new CALM 598 at checkout.
What are we going to put on the website, though?
I think we've already discussed that, haven't we?
Yeah, Tom Brady's cock.
It's literally just a picture of you with your inflatable penis standing on top of an RV in Buffalo. Just a picture of that, like full screen. Yeah,
that's fair.
Okay. All right. So if you go, by the time this comes out, if you go to TomBradyCar.com, you will find out that it's Greg standing on top of a car, dressed in a Tom Brady jersey with a very large inflatable penis.
Yeah.
And anatomically correct. Is that what you've been telling people?
Yeah. It was actual size.
Okay. Good to know.
Might appear bigger in rear view mirrors.
Jesus Christ. How did we get here? I don't remember. Is this my best?
Yeah.
Feels like it is.
Are you guys excited to go to the Patriots Panthers game?
Oh, we should announce that just in case we have any listeners in the area.
That's a good point.
For Gregory's birthday, since we're not going to be all together for the holidays, we've decided that we're going to go to the Panthers game. We're all going to meet down there, and we will be hanging out before and after the game in Charlotte area, I guess, somewhere. We haven't figured that out yet. So if you are going to be in the area yourself, you can hit us up at the Dynasty Hotline. Steve Brown, what's the number?
Oh, I forgot.
No fucking chance. I'm looking at the vacant stare in your eyes right now because you're fucking wiped.
Yeah, I've had a go of it.
That hair is amazing right now. It is 603-505-8043. Shoot us a text. If you're going to be in the area, you can meet us up. We'll give you some free swag or some shit. I don't know. We'll find something.
We'll play you for swag in bag toss.
Oh, there you go. All right, Greg. I feel like you said you had a condition of us coming to visit you, and you wanted to save it for the podcast.
Oh, yes. This is my birthday present to me, Andy.
From us?
No, just you.
From me.
Yeah.
I might not come.
You got... on game day, tailgate, in the game, post game, you got to wear the Dan Dierdorf jersey.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Post game, I got to wear Dan Dierdorf.
Post game and pre-game.
I'll give you one.
You can wear a Patriots. How about this? You can wear a Patriots jersey into the game.
Yeah, he's letting you wear it in the stadium.
But you got to walk around. You got to walk around pre-game wearing your Dan Dierdorf shirt.
I'll do it pre-game. Okay.
Okay.
All right. As long as I remember to bring it.
Well, if you don't, yeah, you might as well stay in the fucking Airbnb because I got the tickets, boy.
We'll see. You're a goddamn Luddite. I'm sure I can crack your password. I ain't worried about it.
No, Greg's a Luddite. He has paper tickets.
That's even easier to steal. Just don't tell him that. All right. Well, I think. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Steve? Did you have any other notes? How do you feel about How do you feel about them drafting Steven Jackson in the first round, even though they had Marshall Faulk? Oregon State, boy.
Should we put some predictions on record here for these next couple weeks?
I think the Patriots will win these next couple of weeks in 2004. I think they might lose one more game.
Oh,
I think they win. They go undefeated in the Super Bowl.
They do not, Steve. But I'll bet you on it, Steve. I bet they don't.
Steve, don't do it.
Steve,
why are you so poop? What we got going on here?
I was in Savannah for a bachelor party, and I've been on the road for work for 3 days.
Whoa. How was that?
Lauren's been sick. Gus is in heat.
Just dragging that pussy all over the ground everywhere.
Wearing diapers, as you can see in the background there, dude.
Oh, that's what that is? That's a diaper?
He's wearing diapers.
Oh, no.
Jumping at the wall. That's why he better go on mute.
Oh, dude.
Can't imagine why you're so tired.
How was the bachelor party? Did you guys get up to no good?
Yeah, shitloads of no good, so I'm so goddamn tired.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
What happens in Savannah stays in Savannah.
Unless your dog's in heat.
As they always say.
They do. I've heard that.
Your hair looks good.
Yeah, I'm going long hair, Steve, for a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
All right. I was being sarcastic. I know you struggle with those things.
Well, I don't care. I'm gonna go long hair, Steve, and see how it goes. I like that I can
dude.
do a helmet.
Oh my god,
Goodness me, that's rough look. All right, this is devolving very quickly. So,
the most shamelessly ugly person in the world.
Yeah, it's easy to be ugly when you have no shame.
Yeah,
that's fair. So, what's next week, Steve?
Don't know.
The Bills,
Raiders,
the Buffalo Bills.
Nobody
in New England though, so that's
circles the wagons
like the Buffalo.
So, Drew Bledsoe,
yeah,
back in town.
Drew Bledsoe revenge game.
Is he still on the Bills? Or they moved on and he's now at?
No, we'll tease it. He's still on the Bills.
Okay,
and he's gonna do something embarrassing next week.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's that game?
Yep.
Okay. Are you sure that wasn't the game we were talking
now
about?
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I'm sure.
Okay. In Gillette?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll all find out together what that is next week.
Teaser. Yeah, a little teaser
on the Patriots Dynasty podcast. So join us for that.
Yeah.
We'll find out what the fuck Greg's talking about and see if he's actually correct. I have no idea either. I thought he was talking about the thing that happened already that we talked about in Buffalo, where he got strip sacked at the end of the game on the 4th down that Richard Seymour recovered for a touchdown. But sounds like that's not the case. So
even more embarrassing.
Is it Buffalo? It's obviously not Buffalo embarrassing, but
Andy, you're gonna give it away if you keep guessing.
I'm not gonna get it because I have no idea.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll all figure it out next week.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve.
Tune in next week to see how much of a blubbering little bitch Greg is on the Patriots Dynasty podcast.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.